some serious major decision time for the Dodgers, man. They got to make some decisions, and they got to make them quick because this spring training is running out. Brad J with you. Let's get down to business. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this story right off the bat. Welcome to Dodgers Digest. And the decisions we talk about, right? Spring training. How much does spring training really count? A lot of people say it doesn't really count that much. What does Dave Roberts think about spring training, and how does he make those decisions? Here we go. The Dodgers Digest quote of the day going to Dave Roberts. And here's what he says, because I got a little something to say about this. I think for me, track record is more paramount. So I guess for what the Dodgers have done, by making playoffs, winning World Series, yada, 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 it weighs better. I still evaluate each day, but I don't look at spring numbers at all. Interesting on that one. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? Do you not look at numbers? Because, okay, let's just talk about spring numbers. Doc, now that you brought it up, let's talk about spring numbers with Chris Taylor. Did you know Chris Taylor is making $17 million in his final year of his contract this year? Also, did you know Conforto is making $17 million for a one-year contract? Decisions are going to have to be made. You look at what Taylor's done so far in the spring, batting 185, and he's got probably some of the most ABs on the team, somewhere like 27 at-bats or something like that. He's got 10 strikeouts. He's in the 10 club, and that's not a good club to be in with 25 or 26 at-bats, what he's had. Batting a low 185. Okay? So it kind of gets worse as you go down through it. Then you look at James Outman. James Outman started the home openers for the last two seasons for the Dodgers. Will Outman get that opportunity? You got to think no. 174 and 12 strikeouts. I think that's the most on the Dodgers right now. Outman with 12 Ks. Okay, then you go look at Muncy. 10 Ks, batting 180. And then look at Kim. Dodgers shelled out some money, got Kim on the team, going to play the infield. The guy can hit, can he? 10 Ks and batting 160. And then Rosario invited to spring to play to kind of get a spot, batting 143. So in Dave Roberts' eyes, you don't look at any of those numbers at all? Not at all. None of those numbers count at all. None of those numbers count to what's going on, right? None of them. I just don't see how that makes sense. Because if that's the case, that those numbers do not matter, because spring training is going to be ending soon here, does that mean Outman gets the start? Does he get to start with the team, or does someone else get that position? What about Bodie? That dude is on fire. Batting 480, leads the team with the most hits, leads the team with the most RBIs. He's an outfielder. Does Bodie get in? If you're not going to look at numbers, that would be atrocious that he does not get a shot at it. I mean, I don't know. I just look at that right there, and it makes me wonder. It makes me scratch my head. All right? So comment below, who's your infield? Who's your outfield? Who are your three outfielders for the Dodgers starting, and who's your infield? All right? Comment below. Love to see what you guys are saying on that. All right. One adjustment could be the key to Glasnow staying healthy. And, man, we really need him to be healthy. We really need him to be healthy. And Dave Roberts has a couple things to say about Glasnow. It's all about striking the right balance for Glasnow, something that he's made strides towards this spring. And this was interesting when Roberts kind of went into this right here. It kind of made me think a little bit more. I think he gets too mechanical at times and doesn't let his natural athleticism, ability, and compete drive his outing. So basically, from what and correct me if I'm wrong, on something like that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, just his natural athleticism, you have the skills, you have the ability, you got to let your body just do it and don't get too mechanical. It sounds like, maybe reading too much into that. I think this spring is where he's been. He's freed himself up a lot more this spring. So I like the sound of that. Glasnow, we need to be healthy. We need him to be able to last the whole season long. So there you go on that one. And Dodgers top prospect. How's this one? Predicted to play a big role in 2025. This, I think, was out of Sports Illustrated. I saw the story, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, who are they even talking about? And you go farther into it, Alex Freeland is the guy they're talking about. So this is a prediction about a Dodger prospect, which has been you haven't heard a lot about him this season, but last year, AA, AAA, his line was 260, 387, 442 slash line. His OPS, 829 at 18 home runs, 74 RBIs. The dude's only 23 years old. Switch hitter, huh? Right? How would that be in the lineup? Tommy Edman, Tommy Tanks being there, switch hitter right here. And they're saying that this guy's saying that he's going to be the next to be called up for the Dodgers. Insider Eric Carabell seems to think Freeland's time in the majors right around the corner. He made a bold prediction for each team, and he gave his nod of approval for Freeland in the process if you're in Canada. So what is his prediction, right? What is it? What's the numbers? Let's talk predictions right here. So the shortstop, which he plays, but he's saying that he'll play second base with the club. And he'll start 95 games for the Dodgers. 95 games, this prediction. And 24 stolen bases, he'll lead the team with 24 stolen bases with 95 games. So 1 out of 4 on base, you're stealing a base. So I don't know. Thoughts on that one, Alex Freeland? The prediction has been made. And then, so still think about it. If Freeland does come up, he is number 2 on the prospect list? If he comes up to the team, you start looking at, you got Mookie at short. Who's playing second, right? Who's playing third? Is it going to be Muncy? Does Bodie get in? Does he get to play third? You have to start looking at all the options here. And as we go into it, because we're running out of time right now. Dodgers are running out of time. They're going to Tokyo here very shortly, and that's going to end the spring training, obviously, with the Freeway Series wrapping things up. But the decisions are going to have to be made for the Dodgers, and it's like I don't think you can really just try to trade Taylor $17 million on that contract. That is a tough pill to swallow. And then when you compare it, I've heard no one compare it to. But Conforto is $17 million for a year. Taylor is $17 million for a year. And he's not hitting. Outman's not hitting. Muncy's not hitting. Kim's not hitting. Rosario's not hitting. So when I say major decisions got to be made. Hey, that's going to do it for Dodgers Digest. Brad J., thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. That's going to do it for me. And always remember, as you go through the day, to think Dodger Blue.